Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Trickett. And yes, as you know, this is another amazing edition, guys, of Wake Up with Trickett. And look, I want to say thank you guys for rocking out with me. Thank you for showing up. And let's grow together, right? You know, I already salute the greatness and the divinity in each and every one of you amazing, exceptional, extraordinary beings, right? So check this out, guys. Um, if God gives you a gift, right? If the universe gives you a gift, don't show God that the gift is not up to your standards. Don't show God your prideful ways, right? We're like, thank you, but no thank you. Don't show God that. Because what you're basically saying, guys, you know, when God tries to do something good for us, tries to give us a gift, tries to send something good our way, whatever it is, work, love, life, you put it where it fits, right? And then your intuition is saying, okay, I know this is right. I know this is what I need to do, right? And then your ego and your pride kicks in, and you say, no, I know what's better than the universe. Okay, that's some kind of cray cray, right? And then the ego gets in, and you're just that little like macho man. Doesn't matter, man or woman. It's still that same macho, prideful, I know what's best type of mentality, guys. And all I want to do is just say when the universe gives you guys a gift, when he puts them downloads in your mind, when he gives you the answer to the test, right? Don't blow it. Don't pretend that you don't see it. Don't ignore it. Why? Because that all comes with karma. That stuff you don't want. Because when God punishes you, you wish you would have just did what you was supposed to do. All of us are that way, right? There's even a verse for those that read the Bible or believe in the Bible or whatever. I think it's like First Peter, Second Peter. And he said something like, if you correct yourself from your wrongs, God says, and then I won't have to do it. But he says, if you don't do it, and then he's like, I'm going to step in and have to do it. And everybody knows if universe steps in and does something, it's going to take you way longer through a route way more challenging than what you would have put yourself through if you would have just did what is right, right? And so I'm just trying to have those that understand their intuition, that understands when they're getting a download, that understands their gut feeling, right? And they understand what they should do, but then they ignore it, right? That's like pushing God out the way. That's like pushing source out the way, spirit out the way, whoever you believe in, right? It's being your end all be all. That's like pushing that person out the way and saying, look, you created all this. Really? You think you know more than me? Yeah. But your ego might be telling God, no, I want to do this. I still want to do this. And God will allow you. Okay. You know more than me. Okay. I'm going to let you do what you want to do. But I'm going to crush everything you try to do. I'm going to stop everything you try to do. I'm going to put roadblocks and hindrances. It's going to come with gossip and back talk. It's going to come with loss of money. It's going to come with a lot of heartache and a lot of sadness. It may even come with disease or sickness, depending on what kind of lifestyle you're living. If you're living a little reckless out there, you know, laying with this person, that person, then it may come with some STDs as a little side gift. Because he's allowing it to happen. Because you want it to happen, right? This is what you wanted, right? So he's like, okay, have it. What I wanted for you was the best. But then some of us sometimes tell God sometimes that your best is not the best. How dare you tell me what's best for me? I know what's best for me. I just need you to wake me up. I need you to keep me protected and safe. I need you to hear my prayers whenever I decide to put them out there, or whatever you put out there. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody prays. But when God is like, okay, I heard you, I've heard you, I've heard you all through the years. Tell me this is what you want, this is what you want, this is what you want. I want a new job, I want a new job, I want a new career, I want a new career, I want a new love, I want somebody that's really gonna love me. I want independence. I want, it all depends where you fit yourself at. Work, love, life. And wherever you find yourself at, if God is telling you, look, go here, and he's heard you, he's only telling you because you've been whining and crying about my life sucks, I never have love, I never can get a good relationship, I never can get a good job. Every time I'm on a job, I always go with toxic people. Every time I hook up with friends, all my friends are toxic. None of them are high vibing. So I'm toxic because birds of a feather flock together. So poison ivy grows with poison ivy, right? Poison ivy doesn't grow with apples, right? Doesn't grow with oranges, right? It's not sunshine, right? It's poison, right? It's going to choke everything that it grows around. So if you have poison ivy in a rose garden, it's going to kill all your roses because it's not bringing life, but it's bringing death, right? And that's like us. When we choose to ignore our intuition, right? When we choose to tell God on one end, I believe, I'm a this, I'm a that, whatever title you want to give yourself, right? Because they're just titles at this point. Nobody really walks the walk, right? But I'm just saying, for whatever title you want to give yourself, if you're not living up to it, or if you're ignoring the one that you say you believe in, and then that's some kind of cray-cray, right? But how many of us do that? We're like, we get the download, we get the intuition, we get the gut feeling, we know at this point, like, right? Like what we need to do, right? Like we know it's only clear, it's crystal clear what we need to do. There's no roadblocks, it's not a maze where you got all these different, blocks and stuff. No, you could see clear. It's like tunnel vision, you're there, right? And then when we choose to see that crystal clear, because God has made it crystal clear to you, and then you still choose to close your eyes, there's a price for disrespect to the Most High. We're not even talking about regular people. We're talking to the creator of everything, right? There's a price to pay for disrespect. Don't you get mad when people in the 3D disrespect you? Of course you do. Don't you get mad when you give good advice to your friends, family, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, fit it wherever you fit it at, right? And you know the advice is the right advice because they've been talking to you, right? And telling you what's wrong and whatnot and what's not going right? Wherever you place it in your life, work, love, or life, right? And so you're like, okay, I hear where you're coming from. And you give them the answer to the test. And they choose to look at it. They took your time. They took your energy. They said they believe. And then they crumble it up and throw it away and go, I know better than you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I want to do. But keep me alive, keep me safe, keep my money right. If there's any promotions, give me my promotion. Like, gimme. Takers. How do you take from the universe and expect not to have some kind of harsh karma coming back? It's because you don't believe until it hits like a tower. Bam! And everything that was safe in your life is put on blast. It's burning in flames. Every secret is exposed. Everything hidden in the dark comes to light. And God had gave me this download today and told me it's even harder on the people that go to church. And I said, why? He said, because these people profess that they love me. Love doesn't talk about people. Love doesn't hurt people. Love doesn't ignore doing the right thing. Love does not cheat. Love does not go with married people. Love does not lie on people, slander people. Love does not lay up with this person, that person, that person, that person. That's not love, that's lust. There's a lot of things love doesn't do. Love has consideration. Love has compassion. Love has forgiveness. Love believes in making their wrongs right. Why? Because you would want the same back if it was you, right? Of course you would. So God said it's a lot harder. The punishment in the Bible, He says it's going to be way more severe. The karma, that's what He's talking about. He said because they profess that they love me. And if they love me, how are they doing the things that they're doing? That's not love. That's not me. Those actions are of the devil. Those actions are of the one that they say they don't follow, but with their actions, they not only follow, they worship and then spit in God's face, or try to anyway. So they get tower moments. They get exposed. They get put on blast. They get shut down. They lose jobs. Just bad comes from it. And the reason being is because God is like, you are so prideful. God is like, you were so prideful. How dare you shove my gift back in my face as if it was not good enough for you. As if you are now better than the gift giver. You're the universe. And our pride, guys, our pride can allow us to get in the way of God. And God will allow us to carry out whatever karmic details, whatever karmic lifestyle we have. He'll let you. Because He's like, you don't see what's coming in the near future. Downfall. But pride will say, no, it's not. How can you stop God? But that's the ego. That's the whole reason why they're karmics. You could be a divine being. You could be a twin. You could be a high-level soulmate. You can just be an overall really good person, right? That have decided to just pick up toxic ways. And now you go from a divine being, a high-level soulmate, a twin, someone respectable, right? To someone looked at as a joke. To someone looked at as embarrassment when your towers hit. See, right now, they haven't hit for a lot of people. And for some it has, and they're going through what they have to go through. Because they didn't put out love and light. They put out toxicity, and so it's time for them to eat off their own plate. Can't just serve it. You got to taste it too. You want everybody else to eat it, you got to eat it too. And so God will allow these people to do things, but then again, He'll allow them to catch STDs. He'll allow them to catch cancer. He will allow them to lose money, jobs, friends, loved ones, people they thought would be there for them. God, take all that stuff away. These people don't know who God is. They don't understand the universe, how he works. He doesn't reward toxicity, but people think he does. They're like, I could just do what I want to do. He's like, you can. Here's free will that I gave you. I know you probably think you created it, genius. But God is like, no, I gave it to you. And I'm going to let you go out there and dig the deepest hole you want to. Why? Because when it comes time to pay, you're going to be crying and suffering. And then there's a verse, I think it's like in Psalms. No, I think it's in Proverbs. And God says, when that day comes, he said, you will reach out for me. And he says he'll reject you. You'll call out for him. He says he will mock you, make fun of you from heaven. That's what the Bible says. God says he will make fun of you in your days of calamity, which means in your days of sorrow that you brought on to yourself. And so he had to pay you back with that karma that he's seen you putting out. He was like, well, it's time for them to get some of the same stuff they've been putting out, right? And he said, you're going to call on him. You're going to be like, God, help me. You're going to be in despair. This is the Bible. Unless, you don't got to believe it. Don't got to believe God. You could just look at people in life and see all the karma that they face. Talk to someone older and hear all the stories, what they've done and what they've faced. Look at all the people that have been broken down and humbled, stripped from everything, publicly embarrassed to where they had to leave their job or move out the city or state because they just couldn't face the humiliation. Because karma, God will allow other karmics that you gave your time to, he will allow them to destroy you. And he will open the door wide for them to do it. Because he's like, he said he created good and evil. And he said evil in the Bible serves his purpose. So he uses it. Because he's the creator of it, of all of it, right? So the same karmics a person could be laying up with, cheating with, trying to make work with, the same job that has the karmics on it that you might be into, whatever you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. Whatever friends that you may be hanging out with that are doing whatever you shouldn't be doing, you shouldn't be doing. But you're like, I'm going to do it anyway. God's like, okay. Everything has a price. Everything should have a price tag on it. If I cheat, it'll cost you 20 years of karma. Bad health, no money, always struggling. You went from doing well to just like, what the heck happened? You know what happened. You thought you were smarter than the universe. That's what happened. And this universe had to sit you down. All of us, meaning everybody. Nobody's excluded from this. And then he has to sit you down with the people that you put before him. I'm going to go deal with karmics. I'm going to go deal with people that are not good for me. I'm going to go to a job that I can't stand, that I hate, that raises my high blood pressure. I'm going to have friends that are not really friends to me, but because I don't want to be by myself, I'm just going to put up with it. He's like, okay, bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, and you think you make good decisions. Well, that's called pride. It's called ego. I know what I'm doing, but it hasn't worked. Heart's been broken 1 million times. Disappointment has come over 1 million times. 1 million tears have dropped. You still haven't found what you're looking for, because you won't. Because you're disobedient. You're hard-headed. You call on God when you need them. It's like desperate hour, right? Oh God, please help me. I can't believe this just came out on me. Please, God, help me. I can't believe this has got to go everywhere. I can't. Oh, it's going to go viral, or please, God, help me. And he's like, no, did you not hear Tricky's video? Did you not read Proverbs? I said you would reach out for me, because God said in the beginning of that verse, he was the one that reached out. He said, I reached out. I called for you. I tried to get your attention several different ways. And he says, and you pushed them away. You ignore them. Who are you? You're just the universe. You're just everything and everybody. I'm smarter than you. I'm going to do what I want. God's like, really? Oh, okay. That's how we're doing it now. Okay, no problem. I'm going to let you do it. I know you still need me to wake you up. You still need me to keep you alive. You still need me to protect you from, people lose their life every day, car accidents, all kinds of different things happen, heart attacks, all kinds of stuff. And so God is like, you're smarter than me, your ego, your pride, but at the same time, you need me. Karmic mindset. That's a toxic mindset. It's like, yeah, I know I need you, but I just don't want to admit it, and I still want to do what I want to do. So he's like, yeah, it's okay. Go ahead. There's a lot of people like you that do these type of things, and I'm sure we've all been there, right? The thing is, the smart people, we're like, oh, heck no. Why am I going to try to fight against the universe? Because it's a losing battle. Why am I going to try to tell God, I know you hurt me complaining. I heard you hurt me crying. I know you hurt me asking that I want this, I don't want that. I know you hurt me night after night after night. I know you hurt me saying life isn't fair and all these things, right? And so God goes, okay, man, I'm so tired of hearing you. Let me give you what you need. And then you say, no. You say no, right? He's like, I thought you said this is what you wanted. And then you find out that you might be more connected to toxic, low-vibing, negative people that will always be attached to karma. Every cycle of your life will just always have karma attached to it. And so if you're not careful, you'll start thinking with your pride and ego that, okay, I got a little blowback with karma, but I still got a job, or I still got a few dollars in the bank, or, I still look pretty good or whatever. You don't think God hears all that? You don't think God knows all that? You really think you outbeat God? We don't ever outbeat God. He's like, oh, okay, I'll just touch you in another part of your area, your money. Now you're losing money left and right. Now you're calling on God, but now you fall under the verse to where he says from heaven, he will mock you. He will make fun of you. He will laugh, he says, at your day of sorrow because you didn't allow him to help. You didn't take his wise counseling. You didn't take his advice, but you called on him all the time. So he's like, you think you're going to play with me? So you thought I was like the toxic people or the toxic job or the toxic friendship that you may be on or dealing with or whatever the case may be. Work, love, life. Fit it wherever it fits. And you thought you were going to treat me like that. You thought that I was going to be played by my own creation, that I know every thought, that they don't even breathe unless I say they can breathe. But now you're smarter than me. It's not going to work, guys. It's just not going to work. So I just wanted to just say real quick, when God gives you a gift, don't allow that gift to just go to the wayside. Don't show God that your way is not the right way, but his way is not the right way, but your way is the right way. Don't show God that. Don't do that. Don't make an enemy. Don't try to have beef with the universe. That's a losing battle, guys. Accept it. He's heard your cries. That's why he stepped in to help you, because he heard your cries. So if he heard your cries, allow him to help you. Or get in the way and tell him, I know you hurt me, I know you hurt me, I know you hurt me all these years, all these whatever, but you know what? Never mind now. After he already put something together. He's like, hey, I put something together and here's your gift. And he thinks you're going to be like surprised and happy, like, oh, thank you, God. and you're like, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna treat it wrong. I'm gonna not respect it, not value it. And I still want good karma, and I still want love, and I still and I still want all these things to happen, and you know it ain't gonna happen. That's a serious illusion. You're like, I can not listen to the universe, and my free will can still outdo his free will on having things come my way and joy and happiness. And it hasn't even worked. So, guys, look, I'm going to leave it there. But whenever God gives you a gift, whenever God heard your cries and he says, look, I put something together for you, here it is, work, love, light, fit it wherever it fits, and you just push it away, expect karma. Harsh karma. Karma that you will regret deeply. That's you, me, that's everyone. No one is above it. So when God has put something together for you, he took the time because he heard your crying. He heard your complaint. And his compassion poured out. And he took the time to put something together for you. And then you just shove it in his face. Nah, I don't want this garbage. That's no gratitude. That's very ungrateful. And that, my friend, comes with some harsh karma. Something that I would want to avoid like a plague, like a house fire. But some people run into the house fire. So all I'm just saying, guys, is this. If you know your intuition and you know God is telling you something, and or whoever you believe in, and you hear it in your gut or in your head, or your intuition, you got that feeling, that I know I need to do this because I've been complaining, I've been talking about it, I've been asking, and now I finally got it. And now you're like, screw you, I don't need it. How you gonna make it through life? How you gonna make it through life with a screw you, I know more than what you know type of attitude when it comes to the universe? As if you built all this, as if you understand even how this world works and all the mysteries that are in it. And you know you don't. But you carry an ego and a prideful attitude as if you do. That's crazy. I hope this isn't you guys, because if it is, there's harsh karma down the line. Harsh. For those that are in church, it's way harsher. Even the Bible says, for those that know and don't do, he said, them I will whip with many stripes. That means your karma is gonna be on some really bad level. That's what that means. He said I would whip them with many stripes. And then he said for those that didn't know, they didn't play like they knew me, they didn't do all that. They just didn't know. And they were still doing wrong or whatever. He said I'm gonna whip them, but with fewer stripes, because they really didn't know. Where you got people sitting up in church and they're gossiping and they're treating people wrong and they're showing no respect, and they have race issues and they have culture issues and they have prejudices, and this is supposed to be church where it's supposed to be love, right? You're like, I can get more love hanging out with a group of street thugs, right? That has more loyalty than people that are saying that they're God-fearing Christians, but yet and still they're everything the opposite. God said, those people, I will whip them with many stripes. Very harsh karma. Why would you bring it on yourself? Only way you would bring it on yourself is due to pride and ego. I know more than you. You can't tell me what to do. I know you heard me and felt sorry for me, and you came to rescue me, or you came to make things right. but then I rejected your offer. He's like, okay, reject it all day, but also consider the harsh karma that we bring on ourselves when we reject the gift God has took the time to prepare for us and say, here, you won't suffer no more. And we go, I'd rather trade your divine gift and insult you with a low vibing, non-spiritual, if it's a person, half truths, not true love. I'd rather trade it for that. Or I'd rather go to this job that my friends may be at, but it's not really the best for me. And God's like, you know what? I had a better job for you over here, though. And you're like, nah, I know better than you do. He's like, but I prepared this because I heard all the complaining. You're like, yeah, well, whatever. My ego. I feel I'm better than you. I feel the person that I'm picking is better than you. I feel the job that I'm picking is better than the job that you had for me. You're just like, whoa, let me sit back. You're like, whoa, let me sit back here, right? Let me take a step back. Where did all the pridefulness come from? Where did all the toxic thinking come from? Oh, snap, because that's all you hang around. And you are the company you keep. Failures with failures. Futures that'll all be damned and gloomed and embarrassment. Because that's what we choose. With our own free will. And with our own free will, we could easily chose life, and we chose that. Could have chose water, but we chose poison. So I'm just saying, guys, on that note, it is what it is. Huh? What? Oh, yeah, man. That's why I'm getting ready to stop. Man, I'm like, man, these mosquitoes starting to come out now. Uh-huh. Right. Right. Yeah, right. Dang, really? Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. If it gets that bad, I might have to put something down, but yeah, I don't do mosquitoes. Hey guys, I'm out of here. Take the gift God gives you. Be safe.